Hello, everyone, and welcome again to the Unfound podcast channel on YouTube. I am Unfound's host, Ed Densel. As the title suggests, this will be a map analysis / location analysis for the disappearance of Ali Lowitzer. As I have stated many times before, these videos are not meant to take the place of the audio program of Unfound that comes out every Friday. This is a supplemental, so I hope you will use both equally. You can listen to the episode. Joanne explains where they were living, how the school bus went around the neighborhood, etc. And then you can use this video to see even more in depth what she was trying to say. Now, what you see on the screen is the exact area where this disappearance occurred. And so I'm going to zoom in a little bit so I can explain what Joanne said about the school bus, and then where Ali was seen texting on her phone, all of it. So let's move in really, gonna really zoom in as long as my phone can keep up. This is where the Lowitzers lived at the time, right there. And what Joanne was explaining, you'll remember she said the bus went around the neighborhood counterclockwise. What she meant is it came in here and this would be a clockwise direction. This is counterclockwise. So the bus would come in over here, maybe over here, and it would go this direction, not this direction. So zooming back in, what she was saying is that the bus would come along Naughty Post and it would stop at each intersection. So we have Pensgrove Road way over here on the side of the screen. Then we have Bright Star Road, and then we have Low Ridge Road, which is where the Lowitzers lived. Once again, you can see that up there. So the bus would pull in. Of course, the school bus door would be on the right side. So door opens, students get out. As you heard Joanne said, they would then go around the front of the bus to walk north on Low Ridge Road. Now, what the other students said that were on the bus that day is that Ali never did cross over. She stayed right in this area while they walked up here. And then, of course, the bus went about its business. These students did say that they did see her on her phone. Now I'm going to come back to that in a moment because I have some additional ideas regarding that. So now we come down here to Naughty Post and Old Pike Road. You will remember that Joanne stated that this witness who was in her car came up here, and there's a stop sign here, that Ali was standing here texting on her phone. And it is believed the way it works out with her getting dropped off the bus, this is believed to be the last place where she texted. Remember, this would have been a communication that she had going on with Jay. And that it, as best as they can tell, that last communication happened right here. I'll also remind you that the last ping of her phone came from a tower that is in this neighborhood. Now, where it is, I don't know exactly. But it would be a cell phone tower that covers this area. So either she shut her phone off, the phone died, something happened to the phone, we just don't know, for it to just be working and then not be working, pinging anymore. Now, what I also have diagrammed here is her walk that she would have had, these blue dots, from her house or the bus stop down to where the burger barn was, approximately. As was stated in the episode, the burger barn went out of business just a few months later, so it's not there anymore. But this is where it was down here. You can see that the walk from the house, or approximately the bus stop, would take about 13 minutes. It's 0.7 miles. Not far at all. Very close. But what I would say about that is she wouldn't have been passing many houses. Once you get out here, it's kind of, stores, a lot of grass area. They're houses, but they're off the street pretty much on, what is this called? Treeswig Road. I know I butchered that. But it's not like she would be going, if she were walking, going by house after house after house after house. So it's certainly conceivable that she could have walked up here. Yes, there's probably cars here, but nobody's standing in their yard or anything like that. Is it conceivable that she was walking, got almost the whole way to the burger barn and no one saw her? Probably not on an afternoon. Probably not. But we also know how we're all in our own little worlds, and sometimes we don't see as much as we should. So this is what she was supposed to do, allegedly to do. Get off the bus, walk down here, walk back. The issue is that she wasn't walking when she was last seen. She was standing. She was standing right there. So I've seen enough teenagers to know they can text and walk at the same time. In fact, it's very dangerous. So why was she just standing there texting? Why was she, if she was planning to walk to the burger barn, maybe she was waiting for the car to pass. Could be. Now, we also have to look at the surrounding area, I believe. If she wrote one time about running away, then we have to at least consider it. And what I see is that even though this was a city, a community, wouldn't have taken too much of a walk to go right into all of these woods and everything else. I'm going to guess that they've been searched, but we also know how searches oftentimes produce nothing. And then several years later, missing persons remains are found right in the area that was searched originally. Very common. This is what I see. I would not be open to the idea of her running off and, let's just say it, committing suicide if it didn't look like this. If the whole entire picture, let's say if we were to move away to a more, whoops, didn't mean to do that. I'm just going to get rid of that for now. If her disappearance, if she lived right in the middle of this area, then it would be maybe harder for me to understand. She could have walked away. Nobody saw her. But being that she was so close to this area over here, and I will zoom in on that again, being that she was so near to this area, here we go once again right here, that it's something that we have to consider. Was she depressed? We talked about the bullying. Of course, her parents were separated at that time. And did she choose to walk into the woods and harm herself? Is that a possibility? Now, what catches my eye additionally, and I will admit I don't like to theorize on the episodes, but on these videos, you know, I do a little bit of that. Here's something that is confusing to me. Remember, she is missing, her phone is missing, her backpack is missing. She got let off of the bus right here. She had a backpack. The door to her house was unlocked. I got to admit, if I know that I'm going to be walking somewhere and I'm that close to my house, I would probably walk the 2 yards to my house, drop my backpack off, and then walk out. Why? Because she wouldn't want to carry it. And if she was just going down there to get a paycheck, would she need her backpack to do that? Yeah, maybe I'm thinking too deeply on this, but nobody likes to carry something longer than, he or she has to. So this is something that bothers me. What also bothers me, what came out in the interview, is Joanne was not sure if a check was really at the burger barn or not. You would think that would have maybe popped up at some time. And then, of course, the key, maybe Joanne gave an answer to that during the interview, but it still seems to me to be a little bit up in the air. But I think a teenager who is this far away from her house and she's going to walk 0.7 miles one way, so 1.5 miles round trip, you'd think she would say, you know what, I'm going to go drop off my backpack first and then walk down there so I don't have to carry it. But obviously she didn't do that because the backpack's never been found. So is it something? Maybe, maybe not. But here to go over this again, she got left off the bus right here at Naughty Post and Low Ridge Road. She didn't go toward her house. She stood right there. Kids went this way. A car saw her standing at this stop sign, texting. Never seen again. Phone never used again. No pinging again right after that. So that's my map and location analysis for the disappearance of Allie Lowitzer. I hope you found this helpful in understanding her disappearance better. Thanks for watching.